Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake.
What's really behind the intense feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake? Especially with rumors swirling around the tragic death of XXXTentacion. Kendrick Lamar and Drake's back and forth disses have escalated to a whole new level. Now, it seems Kendrick has struck a nerve with a track that might include some serious allegations against Drake involving the tragic death of XXXTentacion. These are just theories floating around. Drake and Kendrick Lamar's relationship has certainly seen its ups and downs. Things started well when they collaborated early in their careers, but it soon turned into a fierce rivalry. Their fallout began to heat up on March 22nd, when Lamar delivered a scathing feature on Future and Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You album. Lamar didn't hold back, taking shots at Drake and J. Cole by saying they should meet up instead of sneak dissing and hoping they brought backup, adding that he still has PTSD and dismissing the Big Three, claiming it's just him. Drake responded during his Sunrise, Florida concert on March 24th, addressing the crowd with confidence and stating he had his head held high, his back straight, and was standing firm in Florida and anywhere else he went. He asserted that no one on earth could ever mess with him in his life. Things took a turn in August 2013, when Lamar called out Drake and other rappers on Big Sean's Control. Lamar declared his intent to outshine his peers, including Drake. In response, Drake downplayed the diss, saying it seemed more like an ambitious thought, and asserting that Lamar wasn't capable of murdering him on any platform. Lamar kept the pressure on during the BET Hip Hop Awards cypher in October 2013, jabbing at Drake. Drake responded swiftly with Family Matters, aiming at Lamar's personal relationships and claiming Lamar was hiding another child. The battle continued with Kendrick's Meet the Grahams, accusing Drake of being a deadbeat father and listing various allegations against him. Drake finally addressed the allegations in The Heart Part 6, denying claims about having a daughter and turning the tables by suggesting Lamar was fed false information. Kendrick's latest track, Not Like Us, he uses some curious lyrics and imagery that have sent Reddit detectives into a frenzy. The cover art features a motorcycle glove, a nod to the location of XXXTentacion's murder perhaps, and the lyrics, how many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Seems simple at first, but guess what? The 5 plus 5 summing to 10, or X in Roman numerals, has sparked a theory. Back in 2018, the hip-hop world was rocked by the news of XXXTentacion's murder outside a motorcycle shop in Florida. Although 3 individuals were charged with the crime, some folks couldn't help but whisper about Drake's possible involvement. Why Drake? Drake is known for stirring the pot with his lyrics, and this is especially evident in his track I'm Upset from the album Scorpion. In the song, he is reported to deliver some pretty edgy lines, including a mention that SMS XXX is the only time he ever shoots below the neck, and he questions why one should continue shooting if they know the person is already dead, suggesting that this is the only kind of action that gets one respect. In February 2017, the buzz began when Drake, while on a cultural immersion tour in Amsterdam, previewed his new track, KMT, featuring UK rapper Giggs. Almost immediately, the track raised some eyebrows. The opening bars had a familiar ring to them, eerily reminiscent of XXXTentacion's Look at Me. Fans and critics alike began whispering about potential cultural appropriation, wondering if Drake was channeling the vibe of emerging SoundCloud artists. Despite the growing whispers, Drake didn't say much publicly. However, during a candid conversation with DJ Semtex later that year, he did touch on the controversy. He conceded that he saw the resemblance between KMT and Look at Me, but he was adamant that any mimicry wasn't intentional. Drake seemed genuinely frustrated about why people would think he'd just take someone else's style after all his years in the industry. On the flip side, XXXTentacion was far from silent. He was outspoken about his grievances, especially during a fiery interview on The Breakfast Club following his release from jail in 2017. He accused Drake of pilfering his style without giving credit where it was due. XXXTentacion claimed that if Drake had shown genuine respect for the culture and for him, he might have earned his respect and even a spot on a remix. As the heat intensified, XXXTentacion took his frustration to Twitter. He unleashed a barrage of tweets accusing Drake of not only stealing his style, but also that of other artists. One tweet boldly predicted the downfall of Drake's career, advising him to start investing in real estate for when the music stopped and the fake love revealed itself. Interestingly, the issue of style theft wasn't new. Back in 2015, Lil Uzi Vert had been rocking a similar vibe in his track Super Saiyan Trunks, and even before Uzi, other artists had dabbled in these flows. Yet, XXXTentacion focused his accusations squarely on Drake, suggesting Drake knew of him and his music well before pretending otherwise during a phone call with DJ Academics from behind bars. After his release, XXXTentacion didn't hold back. In his first post-jail interview, he expressed deep disappointment with Drake, criticizing him for not being supportive during his trial. He saw this as a missed opportunity for Drake to demonstrate that he was truly invested in the culture. When XXXTentacion got knocked out on stage by Rob Stone, Drake couldn't resist stirring the pot. He went online and liked some pretty harsh comments about the incident. X was just 20 when he was fatally shot in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Now, over 4 years later, the trial is finally happening. 3 men, Michael Boatwright, Dedrick Williams, and Trayvon Newsom, are facing serious charges, like first-degree murder and armed robbery. There's also a 4th guy, Robert Allen, who already pleaded guilty last year and is expected to spill the beans against his former buddies. But here's where it gets really interesting. Drake, the famous Canadian rapper, has been caught up in this case too. Why? Well, there was some bad blood between him and X, involving some fiery public accusations about Drake stealing X's music style. Now, the defense lawyers are playing a bold game. They try to drag Drake into the courtroom via a Zoom deposition, claiming he might know something critical about the incident. However, Drake's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, was quick to shut that down. He argued that there's absolutely no evidence linking Drake to the crime. What's your take on this complex saga? Do you think there's more to the story, or are people reading too much into it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the most intriguing celebrity feuds.